one of the ways that we can create a shift for our clients is to get them into acceptance, because that acceptance can create a level of ownership. Hello, Honorable Samurai. It is time for another round of the ODSC series. And in the last video, I referenced this idea that I talked about around creating the shift, around how coaching is about creating acceptance as an opportunity for ownership, or ownership as an opportunity for acceptance. So I wanted to speak about that specifically as it related to the shift. So sometimes incredible coaching is about creating acceptance that leads to ownership. So what I mean is that a lot of times what's happening with our clients is that they're resisting accepting their current situation, or accepting some aspect of who they are or some aspect of their past. And because they're resisting that acceptance of I'm here, this is what I'm feeling, they're unable to be in ownership or be at choice around what's happening for them. So often as we drop in deeper with the clients, we'll notice there's just this natural resistance that's there. The most obvious case of this is with some emotion. So there's some emotion, there's fear, there's anger, there's fierceness, there's something in their body, in their system that they're resisting. They don't want to accept it. And what's amazing is if they accepted it and said, okay, I feel angry, I'm afraid about this, then they have ownership. Then they can say, great, what do I want to do with this fear? How do I want to respond to it? How do I want to react to it? But when they stay at this place of resistance, they're sort of caught in this struggle of, oh, I don't want to feel this thing. I don't want this thing to be true. And because of that struggle, they aren't able to create choice. So one of the ways that we can create a shift for our clients is to get them into acceptance, because that acceptance can create a level of ownership. Acceptance is about loving yourself. It's about accepting change, feeling grief, dealing with the past. And when we help clients to accept things, often they can become at choice and step into their own power. Ownership on the other side is all about stepping into your power and getting clear on what you want and a clear intention to move forward. And often when we have clients step into ownership, there's a way in which it creates acceptance about what's going on in their lives. So sometimes the first part isn't acceptance. Sometimes there's a secondary thing that comes after the acceptance. So if we put them at choice, if they're a place or creating ownership in themselves, we say, great, this is your problem. How do you want to deal with this? Then it can create acceptance of themselves or others in a way that's really powerful. The clearest example I have of this is I once worked with a client around her relationships, and I said, what if you took 100% responsibility for all of your relationships and for all of the connection and contribution and opportunities you see in those relationships? What was amazing is by putting her at ownership, or having her do the practice of ownership, she was then able to feel a lot of acceptance for her own limitations, as well as the acceptance for the people that were around her. So putting her at choice, putting her in a position of ownership, created this opportunity for acceptance. So as you're working with clients on the shift, you might play around with this idea of, in this situation, what is the client not accepting? What are they resisting? What are they holding back? And how could I give them an opportunity, create acceptance, create healing, so that they could step into ownership? Or from the other perspective, where is the client not at ownership? And this is sort of the more traditional way we go in coaching. Where is the client being victim? But also looking at how can creating an opportunity of just ownership without reason, so I'm going to put you in ownership whether you're actually owner or not, how can that opportunity to step into ownership create a certain acceptance that wasn't there before? Because part of what gets wrapped up in being victim or being not at choice in your life is you get wrapped or caught up in I can't choose and I can't accept. And so if we can shift either one of those, they tend to shift the other one. So as you're looking to create shifts in your coaching, play around with this. Play around with where's the opportunity for acceptance and where's the opportunity for ownership. And no matter what, just keep practicing. I will see you in the dojo.